part of the action plan of the federal government to increase the economic opportunities of the nation and enhance the transnational investment process, as envisioned by the renewed help administration of the President of Nigeria, His Excellency President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR. The Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Senator Engineer Wednesday David Umahi CON, has opened a discussion with African Development Bank on possible funding for the construction of some sections of the coastal and trans-Sahara highways in parts of Nigeria. He stated this in a meeting with a delegation from African Development Bank, Afdb, led by the Director, Infrastructure and Urban Development, Mike Salowu, held at the office of the Honorable Minister, Federal Minister of Works, this 5th day of March 2024. This project, which the Honorable Minister said would be a measure to provide enduring infrastructure and industrialization along the corridors, is expected to carry a large network of paved highways that will create a good transport environment and trade routes for moving goods and services along the north-south corridors. The Honorable Minister said opportunities of investment on infrastructure development abound along the coastal and trans-Sahara routes, including opportunities for investment in the hospitality industry, tourism, agricultural production, estate, park, and industrial business. He said that funding would be required to tackle the sections of the coastal and trans-Sahara highways not yet constructed, awarded, or taken over by concessionaires under the Highway Development and Management Initiative, HDMI. According to him, I quote, "The coastal road is 700 kilometers. That is phase 1, and it is running from Lagos through Ogun State to Ondo State, passing through the coastal states of Delta, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, in Rivers State, and Akwa Ibom, and ending in Cross River in 700 kilometers. We have spurs to the Ogoja axis, the one you did, the African Trans-Sahara Road that is going to Cameroon."
Thank you. We have some major routes I would like you to look at. We have, the coastal route. The coastal route is 700 kilometers. That's phase 1. And it's running from Lagos to Ogun State to Ondo State, passing through the coastal states of Delta, Bayelsa, Port Harcourt, Akwa Ibom, and ending in Cross River. In 700 kilometers, we have spurs to the Ogoja Road, the one you did, the African Trans-Sahara road that is going to Cameroon.
He further added, "We are sectioning the rails. Just last week, we awarded Section 1, Phase 1, and Phase 1 is 47.47 kilometers. It is already awarded to High Tech Construction Limited. We have Phase 2, which is about 57 kilometers, taking us from the end of Phase 1. Phase 1 ends at Lekki Peninsula. It takes us from Amadu Bello to Lekki Deep Seaport. Phase 2 takes us to the boundary between Ogun State and Ondo State. That is about 57 kilometers." And he also said, "It is going to be available for a number of funders under the lead investor, that is High Tech Construction Nigeria Limited. So that is available. And when discussion comes up, then there will be a need for us to meet with High Tech and the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy."
We are sectioning the routes. Just last week, we awarded Phase 1, Section 1, and Section 1, Phase 1 is 47.47 kilometers. It's already awarded to High Tech Construction Limited. We have Phase 2, which is about 57 kilometers, taking us from the end of Phase 1. Phase 1 ends at Lekki Peninsula. It takes off from Ahmad Bello Way to Lekki Deep Seaport. And Phase 2 takes us to the boundary between Ogun State and Ondo State. That's about 57 kilometers. We're about to procure that. Now we jumped to Cross River at the end of the project. So that's about 50 kilometers. We're also going to procure that. So in Phase 1, we have sections 1, 2, 3, and roughly about 150 kilometers. So the federal government is funding these sections, contract awarded in section 1. So the rest of the sections are going to be funded under EPC plus F. And so it's going to be available for a number of funders, under the lead investor, that's High-Tech, Construction Nigeria Limited. So that's available, and while discussion comes up, then there will be a need for us to meet with High-Tech and Minister for Finance.
Earlier in his mission statement, the spokesperson of the team from African Development Bank, Afdb, and Director of Infrastructure and Urban Development said the bank has a mandate to contribute to the sustainable economic development and social progress of its regional members individually and jointly, and it is therefore prepared as a multilateral institution to offer a robust partnership to the federal government of Nigeria, especially by providing technical and financial support for the development of road infrastructure in Nigeria. He said, and I quote, "So, as the African Development Bank, we are ready to assist you. To make it easy for us, we need to have any studies available to make sure how we can support you on this project. So we are ready. We can see where we can find the resources to support you in structuring the different projects." He further added, and I quote, "The third one, the dualization of the road between Nigeria and Cameroon will foster regional integration between the two countries, because I believe Nigeria is Cameroon's #1 trade partner. And so we need to reinforce the modernized infrastructure there."
So what we can do is we, with different partners we have that we're working with, we can help you see how we can structure the project and make it interesting in a way that the private sector could be involved in those different projects. So at the African Development Bank, we are ready to assist you. So to make it easy for us, we need to have any studies available to make sure how we can support you on this project. So we're ready. We can see where we can find the resources to support you in structuring the different projects you have. And I think that's a very interesting project for the bank and also for the government.
So the third one, visualization of the road between Nigeria and Cameroon, foster regional integration between the two, because I believe Nigeria is Cameroon #1 economic partner, trade partner. So we need to reinforce and modernize infrastructure. So I think for me, even if I go back to Abidjan, I'm happy, Minister. The priority are actually key, and I think you got it right by not just thinking about road, but what road can do to economic development and regional integration. So I can say that we are fully on board.
Signed by Honorable Barrister Oji Uchenna Oji, Special Advisor to the Honorable Minister of Works.